With the full final complete build for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, we are shown to all of the maps that we will have access to play online, and let's just say we were not given as much maps as we would have thought. Looking at all of the stages we will have access to in Sparking Zero, we are guaranteed at least 12 stages in total, potentially giving us more in the future if we do get more with DLC, but that's nowhere near the amount of stages that we did have within Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 had a total of 35 stages, including the different variations that you'll be able to have. And these stages included specific stages that were featured within early Dragon Ball all the way up to Dragon Ball Z. From Kami's Lookout to Glacier to Hell, we were given a variety of different maps within Budokai Tenkaichi 3, but it's safe to say that won't realistically be the same case here within Sparking Zero. If there's any critiques that I do have about Sparking Zero as of now, it would definitely be the lack of stages that we are given. But to be fair, considering the fact that we do have Dragon Ball Super additionally added to this roster compared to Budokai Tenkaichi 3, we are given maps here that aren't necessarily in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, like the Tournament of Power Arena and the entire complete West City stage. Now, by far, I think my favorite arena so far, looking at it from the outside, is the Tournament of Power Arena within Sparking Zero, but we're going to be going over and potentially talking about every single map that Sparking Zero missed and how they can be incorporated with future DLCs. Now, if there's anything I need to make clear beforehand, I'm not expecting Dragon Ball Sparking Zero to add every single map imaginable. Like, there's no reason for them to maybe add a Master Roshi's house or Kame house, or even adding like King Kai's planet. I think they would definitely be overdoing it with stages. While I do like a different variety to choose from, I'm not going to be so picky that I want every single scenery that we should have gotten or every single stage that we should have gotten from Dragon Ball Z or the Dragon Ball anime incorporated within Sparking Zero. That being said, something that's very interesting and unique to Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was the amount of OG Dragon Ball maps that we were given, and that's safe to say that we won't necessarily be getting that within Sparking Zero. Sparking Zero is definitely taking more of a Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z approach when it comes to maps, and not just that, a lot of stages that we do see people fight within Dragon Ball are very repetitive maps, like an open field or an island or a city or something along those lines. But within Budokai Tenkaichi 3, we did have unique maps like the King's Castle, Muscle Tower, Penguin Village. I know we also had maps like Ruined Earth, but I don't necessarily think that will be a necessity in Sparking Zero, considering that Sparking Zero is going to be taking a different approach when it comes to stage destruction incorporated within the game, because it's not going to do stage destruction specifically on each map, but it will have different effects and features, like in the World Tournament stage where the crowd leaves and then the announcer leaves as well, and then the arena is just completely empty and then you continue your fight. Those are just really cool features that they're adding to Sparking Zero, so Ruined Earth to me is not really a mandatory map within Sparking Zero. I do know a game like Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 have been given a variety of different maps, from the Tree of Might all the way to Sky to Planet Vegeta to even Planet Tuffle. And something that I did want to critique about Sparking Zero specifically as well is the fact that we don't have any unique GT maps. Considering the fact that they did their absolute best to include GT in the base game roster, which is very happy for a lot of GT fans, it's very weird to see that they don't even include their own Planet Tuffle map. It definitely takes a lot from being able to play your most iconic favorite GT fights within the maps that they actually happened in. Here on screen right now, though, I did actually want to review specific maps that I think should have been added to Sparking Zero's base game, and I think this is very, very reasonable. I don't think this is anything that I'm begging for too much. In fact, I think it's really weird that these stages right here on screen were not incorporated with Sparking Zero's base roster, but it's okay. First, we have the Outer Space map. I think this is a very, very crucial map, especially when you are talking about the Battle of God story with Beerus and Goku. And not just that, you also could push this to variety and add different variations for this map. If you want to twist it to an Outer Space map from like Planet Vegeta or something like that, you would just really need to make Earth look a little bit more red than it would be of blue. So I thought Outer Space map would have been a very good necessity. Also, Kami's Lookout. I think Kami's Lookout is a very big map that should have been added within the base game. We do see a lot of training and fights happen within the Dragon Ball anime that should have been incorporated within Sparking Zero, especially when we do see Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks against Super Buu, which is a very important fight to that specific saga. Planet Tuffle to me would have also been another map that should have been added, especially if you are incorporating GT characters, a part of the base game. I don't know necessarily why the Planet Tuffle map was not added. The next two most important maps, though, that I would say should have been incorporated within the base game above everything else is definitely Glacier and Hell. I mean, Hell should have definitely been incorporated within the roster, especially if you're adding Janemba and Super Janemba to the roster along with Z Gogeta. And not just that, when it comes to a map like Glacier, we do see a lot of important fights happen there along with movie fights. We also do see Dragon Ball Super Broly's fight incorporated to happen there as well. So I don't necessarily see why those two maps were not incorporated within Sparking Zero. Despite that, though, I did have a hard time choosing between Beerus's planet compared to Kame House, and I'm specifically choosing Beerus's planet for the main reasoning that we do see a lot of events and training going down on Beerus's planet, from when we first see Beerus's encounter within the Battle of Gods movie, to when we see Goku and Vegeta training there with Whis, to even when we see Vegeta, Broly, and Goku training there during the superhero movie. Speaking of the superhero movie, though, I do think that we do have more maps to look forward to when we do get the Dragon Ball Superhero DLC, and I personally think we do have a lot to look forward to when it comes to something like that, because the two maps that I think we should be getting with the superhero DLC would be Beerus's planet, potentially, considering the fact that there is two specific settings that we do see fights actually happening in within the superhero movie. The first being the Red Ribbon Army base, or the Red Ribbon Army yard, and the second one being Beerus's planet. So I do think that Beerus's planet could be added for a DLC map for superhero, and we could get the Red Ribbon Army yard for the superhero DLC when it does drop. Along with that specific map, though, I do believe that we will be able to have different variations with that map, considering that we do see the Red Ribbon Army yard when it's daytime, and we also see it when it's dark time and raining. So we will have different time of day variations for that map. I think that's what would make more sense if you are adding a map like this one. But yeah, no, that's basically all I have here for today. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. I do know that a lot of people are going to be complaining or saying that they should have added a lot more maps than the ones that I've just said, but let me know down in the comment section below what kind of maps that you would want Dragon Ball Sparking Zero to drop in the future, and what maps that you were expecting to be a part of the base game. I'd absolutely love to hear your guys' opinion on all of the maps and all of the future stages for Sparking Zero. But until then, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, ring that notification bell if you want to be updated with all types of Dragon Ball content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.